Hey gang, I am Izzy Noodles, welcome back to Tomb Raider 3. We are at Lud's Gate today. It makes more sense than Eldritch, but that doesn't mean it makes it any less complicated. Okay, so this level is tough, very tough. So we've made some new friends. Don't shoot them, because they'll all come and beat you up. Do not accidentally jump into this guy either. I've done that before, and he didn't like that. He beat me up. So he's shown us this way through here. We've got two paths to choose from. I'm sorry. Excuse me. We've got two paths to choose from. The left-hand path leads to a secret. So obviously we want to take the left. And there's a kind of a not so tricky jump here, but I do fail it a lot. If I do, I'll go ahead and reload. So as you slide down here, as you land in the room below, a spiked ceiling will start to descend. So on this slope, you want to jump at the last moment and veer to the right into an opening. Wish me luck. Oh, nice. First go. Okay. So now for the secret. Come over to here and wait for the camera angle because it's very disorientating. Come to the right to this flat ledge. And this is the only place you can drop down and grab this next ledge. There's barbed wire down there. And that'll get you before you manage to grab the ledge. So you do have to be at that left-hand side. So just shimmy along until you can pull up into the gap. Okay, and then just back out, and here is the secret. First secret of the level. Where is it? There it is. We got some goodies. Okay, so to get out of here we have to do a little bit of climbing. Just climb straight on up, grab this. And then to this side. And then just do a jump over to here. And we are back where we entered this section. So now push this button to lower a hatch. So that's actually just up here. Okay, there's the hatch, you can see that. And if I jump back, this is actually the right-hand path. We can come and grab this Medpack. And if I continue, you can actually see the room where we had the choice of paths, but we can't get back up here because of this lip at the bottom of this slope. We cannot get back. So you got one chance only to grab that secret. So now we're going to start ascending into the Natural History Museum, which I believe was started construction in 1873, I think. So we do have yet another secret straight away. So you see the red light just here. We actually want to be on the left-hand side of the ladder. And as I am now, we want Lara's hands to be on that lighter line. And then just flip back to grab a ladder behind you. So you will have to quickly let go and grab in order to get into this gap. And we have a rocket. If you do not have the rocket launcher, this will be the rocket launcher. So from here, you can just let go and hit the slope and flip and turn and grab the ladder again. So there is another sneaky gap on the way up. It's not a secret, so it's not important. But I'll get the items anyway. So you see I'm coming up to a green grating on the left. So it's pretty dark, I'm really sorry, but make sure Lara's feet are on the darker line above that and then just jump back. But do not flip because you will not make the jump. So crystal and shotgun shells, if you do not have the shotgun, that'll be the shotgun. So hit the slope, grab the ladder. So the location of Ludgate has a long history. There used to be a wall around London, and Ludgate used to actually be a gate which was built as part of the fortifications of London and was one of many gates that led into the city itself. So I'll try and add in facts about the gate throughout. There's not many chance to do that because I'll be talking a lot. So now we are entering the Natural History... I don't know, where are we? The Natural History Museum. So down here there is a space where I can stand up and progress to the next area, but I'm going to come to the very end to grab some shotgun shells. Okay, just in this gap, and you want to be careful because there is a guard that patrols around here on the other side. You can hear his footsteps. And then just return to the place where we can stand up. Okay, and then straight up to here, we can grab this Medpack that's in the dark. And there's a lot of guys with guns in this level, so I'm gonna have some fun with the grenade launcher. Oh no. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh my. Okay, it's not easy. That's the curse of recording, that is. So that's alerted this guy's attention, so let's let him in. And make him go poof. And next we're going to grab this block and put it on the trigger tile to open up a new area just outside the door I've just opened. So it was difficult to find a date, but it looks like it was originally built in 66 BC and may have originally been called either Floodgate or Fleetgate, as Fleet Street joins with Ludgate. Okay, so now, let me just point out, at the end on the left there's the crawl space where we got the shotgun shells, so you can't enter or leave that space because of the mechanics of the controls. Like, the animations just won't allow it. So now we've opened up this room, we actually moved this tallest column away from the doorway to be able to enter. I'm going to come around the back for a Medpack. Okay, and we have to get to the top of the room. So this room seems complicated, but it's not when you know what to do. So firstly, you see on the wall it looks like there's a ladder. That's actually a monkey bar. We need to raise that up towards the ceiling to turn it into a monkey bar. So up to here into this room. And all we gotta do is move this block onto the trigger tile. So doing that's actually blocked as in the room, but you can just climb up and out. Okay. So another thing that did was move the tall block back into the doorway, but it makes no difference whatsoever. So now just do a standing jump to the monkey bar, and firstly I'm just going to come to this side to grab a crystal. So just let go and grab. And unfortunately you can't grab the monkey bar again, so I'm just going to drop straight down to the ground. Won't take any damage. And then hop back on up to the monkey bar. Okay, and now across this section that we raised. Inside is a switch. So that's opened the door at the very top of the room so we can leave this room. So again, back down to the ground floor. Okay, so now we need to continue climbing straight on up. So this in front of me is a ladder, but we've got this gap in the ladder. So we need to close the door to complete the ladder. So to do that, there's another switch to pull. Just come to here, you can do a standing jump with a grab. And just turn around, and then there's the switch. So you need to grab in the air to jump over to here, otherwise Lara will bang her head and she will fall down. Okay. So now the quickest way back there is just to do a fake grab. So there are other ways, but that's quicker. Need to save time in this level, it's a long level. It was difficult to find a date, but it looks like Ludgate was originally built in 66 BC and may have originally been called either Floodgate or Fleetgate, as Fleet Street joins with Ludgate. And just an FYI, it is a myth that it was built by King Lud. And now you can just do a running jump to this block that's sticking out, and if you look to the right, that's the doorway that lets us out of this room. So just hop that corner and you can hop into this gap just for a couple of items. I think it's flares and shotgun shells. Okay, and hop the gap. It does not matter if you fall down that gap. That's actually the monkey bar hatch that we raised up. So you will not fall down to the bottom. So here's the door, and this is where I'm going to save. So I'm actually not confident with jumping off the end of slopes, and I'm going to be saving a lot in this level, but I think I've got the crystals to be able to do so. There we go, easy peasy. What is all the fuss about? So now we have a choice of whether we want to take a shortcut. So across the way, that's the embalming fluid that our friends want, but actually it's not required that you pick that up and give it to them. You do not have to do that. If you like, well, you see this tile in front, that's a breakaway tile. So if you like, you can just let that break away and you can fall down and land in water, and that is a shortcut, but you will miss a few secrets. If you also line yourself up, if you fall down, you can grab a rocket on the way down. But obviously I'm going to do it the long way. So just slide and then do a standing jump with the grab. And here is the embalming fluid. So enter this air duct now. We've got some Uzi clips, and there is another guy with a gun. And sometimes he sees you while you're here. How he sees you, I do not know. Sometimes he's even still around the corner, so I don't know what he's shouting about. Hey. Don't shoot a lady. It's not nice. Okay, so where he came from. He's usually patrolling around the corner as well here, so there's a closed door there. So we want to get on the other side of that door, but to do so, we're going to be entering this crawl space. So on the other side, we'll have to react quickly to stand up and get a weapon again, because there is yet another dude. Hey. Oof. Nice. Okay, so if you want, you can push this button to open this door. So there's actually two doors. This second one is the one I pointed out, but between the doors, there's a rocket. Now dropping down. So we're making our way to the bottom of this room. There's a huge sphinx in this room, and we're going to end up making our way down the sphinx. So first I'm going to go to the other side to grab the crystal over there. So just a standing jump forward with a grab. And when the camera angle changes on this tile, that's the tile you want to drop off to land onto the Sphinx's head. That's very important. So you'll automatically let go once you are at the end. And now heading back to drop down. So just be sure you're on the correct tile. This one, and you do want to be closer to the wall to minimize damage. So you can actually, if you're a bit too far on the lower point, you can take quite a bit of damage. While I'm here, so we've got a choice of two paths now. Let me first point out we've got a secret route down to the bottom. So that's where the safe crystal is there. That's a secret. Or if I come here, you can see a rocket just there. If you don't have the rocket launcher, that will be the rocket launcher. But I'm obviously gonna go for the secret. One way down is to sort of stand roughly in the middle of the tile and have this pointed section on Lara's shoulder. If I turn to the right, you can see the point. So have that on her shoulder and then jump forward and turn in the air and you'll land on a ledge, but you'll lose a lot of health that way. I'm going to opt for a different way as long as you do not hit that ceiling section as I do this. So have that spot sort of to the left of Lara's head, just to be sure, left-ish. Standing jump with a twist just as you would the other one, and you will take a lot less damage. So the Medpack is where you would land, but it takes more damage. So to get out of this position, climb up and twist and veer left to land on this. So let's just hop back for the Medpack. Okay, and back we come for the secret, just a standing jump to here. If you do a running jump, you will overshoot. And now a running jump to here with a grab. And just slide. And here we are at the secret. So 2 rockets and a crystal. I overshot. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so to get down safely from here, you want to slide down the Sphinx's shoulder. Let's go another tile over. Okay, just a running jump. Just grab, just for good measure. And slide on down. Nice. So now we're heading to the opposite side of the Sphinx to leave the room. So we've got the embalming fluid and we're going to be leaving the museum now. And if I have a look up, you can see that's got the weirdest face. So let me actually let's pick a different weapon, just for fun. This'll do. So on the right hand side there will be a doorway. I'm just going to sprint straight by that. I've alerted a guard. Okay, I just side flipped for good measure so he didn't get his last shot off on me. So there was some shotgun shells there in the corner that I've just picked up, and this guard drops a small Medpack. So now straight up to here, and I think these are the front doors. I always assumed these are the front doors to the museum, I'm not sure though. So jump straight up, and we'll have some music starting off quietly, but I'm gonna just completely interrupt that by jumping up to here and grabbing a secret. I don't know why they put music triggers where secrets are, because you just you miss the music. Okay, so now crawl on out, and you'll be able to drop straight down to the bottom without taking any damage. Okay, so again, back up we go. So this is a block that can be used as a ladder, so I'm going to pull this out of the wall to be able to climb up to here and into the opening. On the left, no, on the right. Ludgate was taken down, rebuilt and repaired many times. One reason was because of the Great Fire of 1666. It was finally demolished in 1760 as the gate was a hindrance for the number of passers-by that had grown in time as the city expanded. Okay, so now you can just hop on up to this ledge. Straight down. Okay, and this is a second block. This is a different block. So if I turn around, this is the block that I moved. You can use this light as a marker to remember which block it is. And we actually need to move this second block away from the wall to open up a gap so we can get inside the lair of the damned, our new friend's lair. So let's push this first block as far as it will go. And then we're going to pull this second one as far as it will go. And it will be on the other side of the gap that I just dropped out of, so we can actually loop around and go into that new opening. Almost a century after the gate's demolition, a train station was built in the area of Ludgate, and where the bridge used to be, a track viaduct went above the road. The station closed a century later, and the final part to be removed in 1990 was the viaduct. Today, there is no trace of any bridges or gates in that area, or I'm sure even in most places of the city, as it has changed and grown so much over the centuries. Okay, here we are, we're back where we got a choice of doorways. So if you missed the Medpack the first time on the right hand side, you can't go back and get that because that's below the lip at the bottom of the slope. Oh. Excuse me, wall. Okay, so here we are back where we started. So we need to put the embalming fluid just here. And you might actually have to stand right in the middle of this space. If you're a bit too much to one side, it won't work. So we've opened up this doorway, and this is where it gets horrible, because it wasn't already. Okay, so let this fall away. You'll fall down safely into the water, and this is where we get introduced to UPVs. They're a nightmare because they very easily get stuck on things. So in this underwater cave section, it's just a big room really. There's 4 openings. There's also a crocodile. There it is. And this room with the what looks like a box above the entrance is the one with the air hole. So I'm going to try and conserve my ammo, just be very slow and steady with shooting the crocodile. So whenever he's in front of me, I'm going to shoot, even though he seems to not be obeying the rules today. Ugh, you're a pain in the butthole. That was a waste of time. I'm just wasting my shots. Yeah, it's so easy, especially on the PlayStation, because the controls are terrible, to run out of harpoons. It really is. So that's why I say slow and steady with the harpoons. So now there's a load of items to pick up. In this area I'm going to leave my UPV, and I'm actually going to spawn another crocodile so I can take care of him. So on this flat tile here there's 2 pickups of harpoons, and that is what spawns the crocodile. So I also forgot to mention that while you are on the UPV, the crocs cannot hurt you. So that's handy. So same strat again. I'm gonna wait for the crocodile to come in front of me. Let me go for air. I think that last shot missed. I was trying to be too sneaky before grabbing some air. Oh, Lara, you're so awkward. What's wrong with you? Nice. Okay, so before I move on, I'm going to collect a load of goodies that's down under the water here. So just for ease, I'll leave my UPV behind. Sometimes it is far easier to swim instead of using the UPV. I learnt that the hard way. So as I mentioned, there's 4 openings in this cave room, so directly across we've got some goodies. So 2 pickups of harpoons. I've just swam past one. So the harpoons in this level are very, very important. So in between pickups I will go back for some air. And something interesting, even though the crocodiles are already dead right now, if you reload the game, like save and then reload, they'll disappear. Okay, I've just swam past some more harpoon pickups. I forgot about those. Okay, back for air, and then there is just one more item. Okie dokie, so back to the UPV and we can move on. Yeah, you can't get on this from the front either. That's kind of annoying in a way if you're in a rush. Okay, so you see the lights that are over here on the ceiling? They actually lead down to where we're heading, so it's kind of dark, so it's difficult to get your bearings. But just through here. And this is where I'm going to have to leave my UPV behind. I'm going to have to get out of the water now. So we will have a few throughout the rest of this level to use. So we got more harpoon pickups. They're very important in this level. If you ever thought to yourself, what's the point of picking up the harpoons? You know now. Now you know. Now you know. So much struggle. Okay, so if you go down to the right, there's a current there that will drag you back to this location. I've just passed a door on the right hand side and a hatch on the ceiling, so I've come around the corner to pull this lever. So that's open the hatch. That's where I'm going right now. I have a habit of going into autopilot and then not keeping up with my commentary. My commentary is out of sync with my gameplay. Okay, so you can see Lara through that window. That's kind of showing you these guys, because if you alert their attention, that blocks off Secret 6, the final secret of this level. So if you're not bothered about the secrets, it doesn't matter if you run on in guns blazing. But we're going to have to be very careful to get that secret. So push this button, that's opened the underwater door, and that's going to lead us into that room. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we're now in the room. You do not want to be close to the surface of the water, otherwise they will see you. You can come down this narrow section if you need air. So this is the safe spot. So first I'm going to grab another secret, not the tricky secret, it's a different secret. So through here, to the right, over here, and into here we have some Desert Eagle clips. So what I need to do now is kind of close by, but I will go back for some air first. I'm a very cautious player. Ooh. Okay, back we go. So just to the right hand side of that crawl space I went into is the important crawl space. So in here it's difficult to see, I'm really sorry. There's a Medpack here, and opposite there's a lever. Okay, so it's opened a hatch. So back we go through the narrow area, and we actually need to be in the narrow area to get to that hatch. Getting stuck on every corner, mostly because I can't see them. Okay, so swim to the end. We can climb out here. I believe this is the only place you can climb out. Straight on up. It's okay to stand on this tile. You see that's the scuba man, but he's got his back to us. So you will have to crawl along so they do not see you. So you can see them both now. You can just see the guy. It kind of blends in with the background, but the gunman is just there. He's got a red hat. So you do not want them to see you. So the hatch that I opened is just down here. So that's let me drop down into the water just here. Okay, just swim through. We've got a crystal in the water. And straight out the other side, and now they won't see you. So now I'm going to work on actually getting the secret. Whoops. So you want another quick weapon. There's a guy with a gun around the corner. And as he sees you as you come down here, that's going to alert everyone, so you gotta go fast. So he's at the very end. So come down this way, that's the best way I do this, and then just come to the right. The scuba dude is already in the secret. Poop. So this is the secret. Grab the UPV. No, don't grab the harpoons. Got him. Sometimes if you get too close to an opening as you fall down into the water, you spawn the next scuba man. I don't hear him. Kind of a shame, it's more helpful when I do spawn him. Okay. So now let me get the items in the secret. So there's 4 pickups of harpoons, there's a large medpack, and a crystal. So even though this is the last secret, we've still got a lot to do. We are nowhere near the end of the level, and it only gets worse. So there's also another gunman on the loose. This first guy. Okay, so that was the first guy that was with that scuba dude, and he drops a boiler room key. So you actually can't shoot the scuba dude while he's sat up there because he has no hitbox until he becomes active. So before I move on, I'm going to grab all the items in this area. They're quite scattered out. So where the scuba dude was sitting, there's some harpoons. There's more just behind these blocks. Okay. Just over here by this fake door, in between the boxes, there's the last weapon that I need. It's the harpoon gun. And I doubt I will actually use it. So, if you don't already have... No, if you do already have the harpoon gun, that will be just another pickup of harpoons. And actually, the harpoons are actually really good on snakes. If you do the Nevada level after this, after getting the gun. Okay, so just coming over to this dark corner, drop into the gap for a Medpack. I believe it is of the large variety. And I'm slowly going to make my way to that long ledge above the flashing light, just there. So where's the best way down? Okay, well this is fine. I'm gonna go over this way. And just grab this. So I'm gonna come this way around to that ledge because there is another item just down in a gap. Just here. So this one's a small Medpack. And then just out the other side to this annoying, buzzing, flashing light. And just jump straight on up. So we've got some harpoons up here. Okay, so it's probably best you don't just jump straight down into the water because there's only one way out of the water. Ooh, okay, okie dokie. Now we can move on. Whoops. So remember where you parked your UPV? And remember I said I did not activate the other scuba dude? So now I'm going to come down here and he will spawn behind me. There will also be a crocodile in this room that I'm entering. So I'm kind of gonna... Oh wait, where is the scuba dude? He's over there. Did I get him? I did not. Now I've lost my bearings. Got him. And I don't know where the air hole is. Oh, that was a good choice. Okay, so once you've got the scuba dude... I always thought the scuba dude came from behind, but I have learnt something today. I don't think that got him. So same strat, I think it's better for you to actually be under the water. If you can see anything... Oh my goodness. There's this handbag in my face. Let me... Well, that got him. It did get him. Nice. So this might be a good place to save because it just gets worse from here. So actually first I'll pick up a couple of items that are here and then save before I get on with the business. So do not lose your bearings. Remember where the air hole is. Remember where the entrance was where you came from. So I actually came from this lower right hand side opening. So let me now just grab a couple of items. There is a Medpack, and directly across the way there is a crystal. Oh, on the lower level. So if you didn't get the UPV from the secret, there will actually be one in the right hand opening of the airspace. So up here on the right hand side there will be a UPV. There's not one there because I got the one from the secret. So we do have a load of levers to pull. For the first two I have learnt, leave the UPV behind because it's just a hindrance. I feel like I've saved up all my pocket money, so now I can spend all of my pennies. That's how saving the game feels on PlayStation. Okay. So if you've got time and your first time playing, you might just want to have a look around. I'm first going to go into this lower left hand side. So this is left of the opening where I came from. Come to the right and pull this lever. We've got a load of doors we need to open. So get to the next door, pull the lever in there. Get to the next door you just opened, pull the lever in there. And remember the colours, that was green. That is a helpful hint. So for that one especially, the one I'm going to next, definitely do not take the UPV. So that was a greeny yellow, that is above where I entered the area. So the UPV gets so stuck here. So through the doorway there is a small Medpack. So that is red. Okay, this time I will take the UPV with me because I will bump into a couple of Harpoon guys. So I do find the UPV just easier than the actual Harpoon gun because you always expect her to auto-aim, but she doesn't with the Harpoon gun. So straight across from the airspace into this red area. So turn around and dismount. It's far better to have it facing this way round. Go left, grab the crystal on the way, pull this lever, and then we'll spawn two scuba dudes. One will be right there as I get my UPV. That's why it's that way round. How did I not get him? Gotcha. So now, try and ignore the other one, just go straight for air. I think I got him once. Go, go, go. Okay. Back down, I'll get him again. Oh. Got him. Oh my goodness. That was bad. That was so bad. My health isn't as good as it could be, but it's not as bad as it could be either. I'm tempted to have a quick save just because that underwater bit is actually really horrible. You know what? No, I won't. I won't do it. So, let's move on to the next place. So avoiding every wall. Where am I? Okay, we're going directly to the right. Oh my goodness. So I opened up a hatch down here. This is why no one likes the UPVs. Okay, straight up. So yeah, you don't want to touch the walls because it slows you down so much. We're almost home free. Not quite, but almost. So if you don't have the boiler room key, you need to go and get that, because this is where we're going to be using it. Get out! Okay, so what do we got? We got some flaming platforms. We've got a section down there that's actually a dead end, so you can ignore that. Behind me, there's actually a crawl space on the wall and some monkey bars. So first thing you want to do, you want to hop down into the water. We've got some more harpoons. And there's also the lever to turn off the flames. Okay, so it's not timed, so that's quite lucky. This is like the one thing you expect to be timed, and it's not. Okay, hop to here and then run over to here. And we can just turn and grab some items from up here. You got to jump over the slope though. Okay, slide back down. Over to here. And this is kind of a scary moment. We got some pancake machines. I almost thought she wasn't going to stop just then. So that's a bit that just makes me think, oh god, oh god, oh god. That's a scary moment. Okay, so here we are. We're above where I entered, so there's my UPV, and we've got the crawl space on the wall. So before I actually enter the crawl space, I will grab some items. So just do a running jump to the monkey bars. And then straight over to the other side. Okay, so just above me there, that's actually a dead end, so you don't need to go there. This way in front of me, I pointed out when I got out that that's a dead end, so you actually can't come up here from there. So we just got some flares and some shotgun shells. Oh no, those are Desert Eagle clips. Nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the... well, get into the crawl space, I mean. Gonna go to the crawl space. And the boiler room key is to be used inside here. So when you're at the wall, just let go and grab. Okay, and here is the keyhole. So that's opened this door just here. We can grab a crystal and we have a button. So that's opened the last door in that horrible underwater section. So yeah, I'm afraid we are going to have to go back there. Also, the air hole is now closed off, but it's actually simple enough to get to that location. So I am always liking to save here, even though I'm so close to the end. We're nearly there. It's been a long trip. We're just about there. So there will be a crocodile and a scuba dude, but if you're fast enough, you can just go ahead and ignore both of them. So at the bottom, once you see the dirt, you want to head towards the more dirtier section. There it is. Okay, up the trapdoor, through here, and we're heading straight across. Ignore everybody. So this is the door we just opened, and straight on up. Easy. What's all the fuss about? Nice. So, last pickup of the level. So now just get out on the other side, and what's my health like? Oh, these things sometimes get me around the noggin. Okay, so basically jump when they're on the other side, so they're not going to hit you. Oh, this is a standing jump actually. This first one is a standing jump. Oh, got me. So yeah, this down below, it's not instant death, but you'll just sink, there's no way out, and you'll die anyway. Aha! Nice! Okay, run and jump, and then just a standing jump. And now to save some hassle, don't bother going around the corner, because there's only a guy with a gun, so let's just ignore him. Climb on up here. Oh, I'm so pleased. Pretty much home free as long as I don't fall down. Yeah, I've done that before. Forgot that there's a long drop around the corner. Okay, so here's a corner, so just be careful, as I've said. Here's a long drop. So we're in, I believe it's an elevator shaft. So you can just do a running jump to the other side and then let go to the lower level, climb on in. And it will happen again, there'll be another corner with another drop. Okay. So just make this jump. And here we are, that's it. Just keep on crawling. So we're going to be entering the offices of the fabulous Sophia Lee.
Ah, Miss Croft. I take it you're ready to sign on.
To what?
Well, my books. You see, with your lifestyle, you'd be the perfect campaign for my products. Just think, you wouldn't be needing those unsightly weapons anymore.
No, but I'll probably have an unsightly face, judging by your past experiments.
My what?
Oh yes, they're all still alive. Very much so, in fact. All I want is the artifact.
Right. In your next life.
We'll see.
Alrighty, 52 minutes! I'm impressed with myself. Usually it's been at least 55. Like, 55 has been the absolute minimum that it's been. So I didn't die once, so I'm very, very impressed with the gameplay today. It doesn't always happen. So next time we will be moving on to the last level of London, the boss level. So I will see you there, it won't be long. Take it easy, guys and girls.